Welcome, Senator Sonata, to meet you.
Thank you, sir.
Senator Adam,
You know, that great ship was just decommissioned.
I hope you can save her. We don't want to see her under the water as a reef.
That's what they did to the Oriskany, as you know, that old ship. That's right, yeah. I will work on that. You know, one of the problems is getting major cities to accept not only the presence of it, but promise to the upkeep and all that, you know, and that is expensive. But go ahead. The Intrepid is probably the New York Harbor is probably one of the great attractions that New York City has today. Please go ahead.
Yes, Senator. As you recall, when Mr. Reagan ran for office back in 1979, 1980, he had some direct words, some severe direct words for the Ayatollah Khomeini, which, when he took office, ended our conflict with Iran almost immediately. In light of the capture of 15 British sailors in the Persian Gulf, I believe it was yesterday, what direct words do you have for the president of Iran? And as president, what steps would you take to end their nuclear claims for nuclear proliferation and their antagonism in the area?
The Iranian nuclear threat is probably one of the greatest threats we face. On the issue of these British sailors and Marine that apparently have been taken captive, I would call up Tony Blair first, the Prime Minister of England, and say, you can count on us for any assistance that you might need. If you make a decision that you have to take significant action because of the capture and incarceration of your fighting men and women, we will support you. And obviously, since it's British citizens, we have to follow the lead of the British. I mean, just state the obvious. But I would make the British government have no doubt of our total and unqualified support. Look, I'm hopeful that this is all quote a mistake and they're returned right away. On a larger issue, the Iranian nuclear capability, I'm glad to see that the Russians have finally helping out a little bit and withdrawing some of their technicians and help from the Iranians, although they've given them a lot of help. We must have severe and enforceable and strong sanctions against Iran. The estimates that I read, unclassified, the Iranians are between 2 and 7 years from acquisition of a nuclear weapon. I know that's a big time span, but put yourself in the position of the Prime Minister of Israel. The President of Iran has said many times that his country is dedicated to the extinction of the State of Israel. And I agree with this President of the United States who said we will not allow that to happen. But in the meantime, we have many, many other options to pursue and to pursue heavily. But they've got to know that this is not an acceptable situation in the world. And by the way, if they did acquire nuclear weapons, then every other nation in the area would also be acquiring nuclear weapons. And so this is a great and grave threat that we are facing. So far, I think the President of the United States has handled this issue well. I think that by pushing for sanctions, getting some of the sanctions, pushing for more sanctions, which I think are possible. And remember, we've got a lot of options to explore and exhaust before we take or even seriously consider military option. But it cannot be taken off the table, period.